Hi, and welcome back to Good Deeds Blossom, Tzu ChiUSA's 30th anniversary special edition. My name is Dilbar Shatterson, and we're showing you the impact of our mission of compassion and relief in the United States and how it's blooming forward. In our last episode, you met Tzu Chi volunteers from San Diego, California, Mark and Lorrie Ostrander. They're a special couple who's embraced the Tzu Chi way. After fatefully encountering Tzu Chi volunteers for the first time in 2012, they began learning more about Dharma Master Zhang Yan's teachings and now actively practice environmental protection through recycling, have adopted a vegetarian diet, and even participate in Tzu Chi sign language performances. But this kind of compassionate lifestyle existed in different forms in their lives prior to Tzu Chi. In fact, Mark is a former firefighter, having served in many of California's worst wildfires during his career. Now in their 70s, the couple is fully committed to giving hope, love, and relief to those in need, especially to those right underneath their noses. But the challenges are aplenty. Though they are energized to doing the work, as one ages, one's bandwidth to physically come through transforms. And sometimes, our life's most personal struggles can threaten to end it all in an instant. But see how Mark and Lorrie prove that with perseverance and right action, we can still do our world some good.
My favorite thing to do is making someone else happy. I've been helping others since I was 10 years old. I was nonstop. Before I was diagnosed with cancer, I didn't have time to be tired, and I didn't want to give in. I wouldn't allow it to take me. We live in a community which is right on the Mexican-US border.
It was a thriving community, and over time, some of those people, they aged or passed away or, moved away. Seniors dependent on government assistance were pushed and moved out here where they're out of sight, out of mind. And it's a dead end for them.
The community is the biggest county in San Diego. You can drive 10 minutes not seeing any houses.
And just to go see one person can take all day.
There's no social events. There's no way to meet people. And a lot of people here are alone. They have nothing or nobody. It's very boring here. There's nothing to do.
When I see Frank in his glasses, he reminds me of the little fairy tale, the three blind mice with those sunglasses. How you doing today, Frank? Pretty good. Okay, good.
I've known her about 5, 6 years. She used to come over to my house with sushi on Christmas, and I didn't know what it was all about. I was embarrassed. Then she became a friend.
Frank has to wear sunglasses because his eyes are extremely sensitive.
She's taken to all my doctor appointments, my cancer doctor, my primary doctor. I think I'm doing fine, but I'm probably not.
You okay? You okay? Put your arm up. It will open.
She cares, and I care about her. I'll walk you to the gate.
Okie dokie.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
How I met Tzu Chi was through my wife.
Mark and I were on a class reunion trip.
It was our first vacation in many, many years.
There was a fire that broke out. Homes were lost.
I just retired out of the fire service at that point, and the fire was in the area where I retired from. A bunch of people called me because they knew I had worked at the area, they knew me.
The first thing I asked, did anybody start something to help the families? And the answer was, no, it happened over there. It's not in our community. And I says, we are less than 10 miles away from each other. And finally I looked at Mark and I said, the vacation is done. Let's go home.
So we went back, came home, and
I went to our local library to assist the 5 families who lost everything. And they were already in poverty before the fire struck. One organization was there, introduced me to Tzu Chi. And she said, I believe we can help you. And I went to go shake her hand, and that's when I felt the vibe go right through me. That's the second time in my life I had felt that from another person, the interconnection vibration. And the first thing that handshake and hug told me was this was not a short visit. This was long term. At that time, our community was not happy with what I was doing because someone from another country was helping out. We have been trying to get others to join Tzu Chi volunteering. They don't mind wearing the olive green, but to wear the uniform, they've all said they're not ready. And what I told them was, I am one with no boundary. If there is a need, I will reach out. I will do what I can to make a difference in that person's life. And that's what I do. Three months after we started the training classes with Tzu Chi, Mark and I became vegetarian.
Even though Lorrie's underwent the cancer treatment, they still stick to that.
One of the products that helped me get through the nausea was the ginger.
Quite often, she will make big chunk of food, like a soup or something, and she will deliver that to the seniors.
And this is vegetarian,
You have
vegan.
like one. I can't eat it all, just...
No, you can have both.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's for dinner then.
Yeah. I figured that's why I thought we better go now because, and this is cucumber.
Ooh.
This is butter cucumber.
Oh, I never had that. Bye-bye. bless
Take
you.
care, Frank.
Bye-bye.
I'll let you know tomorrow about your glasses.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. I learned recently this color has to be separated from the clear. Many people gave up recycling because the rules and regulations are getting more and more difficult. And I'm slowly trying to get them to recycle again, and I sort it. People living here in our community, hold on. I'm known to dumpster dive. But anyway, I found out a lot of them were just tossing it. So I came up with a way I would come and pick it up. That will be almost $40. Yes, so I'm happy. I'm happy to be in shape because I was smelling this stuff all. Yeah. If we hope to conserve our planet's resources, we must start by learning to cherish what we already have. And that's how I was raised.
Thank you. Good morning to you. Wait a minute, is it after? No, it's still morning.
The money that I will be receiving is from all the seniors who want to make a difference in our communities and recycle. And I let everybody know the next week, thank you,
All righty.
how much they donate. And I said, you have offered so many prayers and are helping so many other individuals. Judy! Hi, Judy.
Hi, how are you? No, it's right here.
Yeah, I'm going all the way around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, do the same thing.
Stinks.
No, it doesn't. It's healing. It's healing. It's
So she's been helping me with getting food and getting rides to different places. 14 years ago, I was 57 years old and homeless. And I had to go downtown San Diego, and I was fortunate enough that the YWCA took me in, and I lived there for 2 years. And then I applied for disability, and I received it, and that's how I paid for this trailer.
You've come a long ways.
Yes, I have.
And yeah, I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
That looks.
This is my new kitchen. I didn't have a stove for 7 years. Hi, baby. Yeah.
Well, you know that as part of Tzu Chi, we collect, recycle.
Oh, you do?
What we make off of the recycled turn-in, can we please give it to you to help you?
Sure, I mean,
Okay.
I pay everything out of pocket. I get no
Yeah.
donations. Once in a blue moon,
Yeah,
but
okay.
that's it. Yeah.
All right, because we want to make it comfortable for you and not to wear, you have no gray hairs like I
No.
do. So we don't want you to start earning those gray
No, I
hairs.
don't. I got a few,
So.
but not too many.
Yeah.
Hi. Hi, girls. What's up?
The senior people that live here in this park, we need to rely on each other and be able to ask for help without worrying about bothering someone.
I may not be as energetic as I was before all this took place in my body, but when I am out there, I know that we are one. We flow the same river. I've relearned how to laugh.
Wow.
She listens to my funny complaints.
For Lorrie to go out of her way and help me is God sent. Someone is caring like nobody cared before.
How can we not help bring peace to the world? And world peace begins right here with the first individual, oneself.
And Master Zhang Yan says we are running out of time. How many of us truly take this to heart? People like the Ostrander show us that it is never too late to embrace the Bodhisattva path and relieve the suffering of the people around us. In fact, they are so dedicated that they join Master's prayers at dawn before beginning a long day of service. This kind of discipline is something Mark is used to from his days at the firehouse, where one had to be ready at all times to answer the call to action and stay the course. And doing the work to serve others is an eye-opening experience. Tzu Chi volunteers often say it is a privilege to serve for this very special reason. For example, during a home visit to a senior living alone, Lorrie noticed that their heater would only work for a maximum of 30 minutes a day. Knowing how hard it would be for her, at Lorrie's own age, to go without consistent heat during the cold, she empathized with her peers' situation. The volunteer experience allows each of us to re-examine the things we take for granted in our lives, no matter how big or small, and live a more grateful, mindful life. This is why giving is to receive. And the same can be said in this next story, where a woman in New York got some much-needed support from Tzu Chi in her life's greatest time of need.
在这个生活当中嘛，是五谷杂粮，难免会遇到一些病痛，但就是病痛不可怕的，我们最可怕的就是不敢面对现实，对自己没有信心，对生命不珍惜。我相信我们勇敢一点，一切都会过去的，一切都会好起来。然后那个时候我就18年2月份就去检查了，确定我是乳癌的，就是心里想有一点害怕的感觉。
So I'm Ms. Hong's breast surgeon, and she came to see me in April of 2018. And so we proceeded to do our usual workup and found that she indeed did have breast cancer.
跟我说，然后那个时候我心里也挺慌张的，因为那个时候就是说我经济也比较很困难。
因为我还在读书嘛，然后那时候虽然说我自己有 part time， 但是大部分还是我妈妈在全职工作，然后真的不知道一下子就是各方面，就是经济方面啊，还有我妈妈是我在美国唯一的亲人嘛，然后这方面都不知道该怎么办。
没去上班就没办法把这个生活费安排好，就后来就有点害怕，就想该怎么办。
是去探访他的时候，他那个时候已经被通知了，你在他身上感觉到他还是一个充满阳光的一个人。
在这个过程当中，佩里师姐和那个克林师姐，她一直都在陪伴我、鼓励我，一直在帮助我。后来我就跟她说，我这个房租是1个月1400块，生病当中就没办法付这个房租费。她后来就把我申请到去慈济里面申请到这个房租费，1个月给我400。
洪律师最近怎么样？好不好？
最近很好，现在在做这个带小孩，感觉比上次那个这样
就有了慈济这样的帮助我，房租安排好了，心就定下来了，就把生病这些就给医生治疗了。在其他方面我也没有什么顾虑了，就心情就特别好，这心态也特别好。
跟我们每一次的相遇，他从来没有一句说他多辛苦多么痛，所以他的生命力给你感觉就是特别坚强。看起来说我们经济上给你400块去安定，去帮助你的房租。可是你传达过来的是让我们觉得，今天要是我也生病了，我是不是跟你一样的那么的坚强，然后那么的充满阳光？
有一个词叫“病有心生”，真正的病是从心里根治。
接受化疗的那种过程其实是非常辛苦的，可是他好像完全不受他这个身体的病痛去影响到，去打击他，去让他觉得很辛苦。上人常常说，我们生病了，身体病，心不可以病。但洪玉凤就让我感觉到，他非常符合上人的这句话。
我们人体当中得了癌这个病，就是乳癌是最能治好的它就是属于是这个外面的东西可以切掉，不是在里面的内脏的东西吧。
Breast cancer does not have to be a death sentence, and that's immediately what I believe most patients think of when we talk to them about breast cancer.
有一次的因缘让我知道露露师姐生病，那我有刚好接触洪女士，那我就问洪女士，可不可以把你这样子的经历的过程跟露露师姐分享啊，让她不要担心，然后接受治疗。那洪女士很开朗的就说没问题。
做放疗做的好像对皮肤很不好。
是放疗是。他就鼓励我说：“你每天就是别想自己是一个得病了，得癌症了，你就把它当成是一次感冒一样。”他就跟我这样讲的。我一想想也是，他说人吃五谷杂粮都会生病，只是我们的病呢可能是先来了。就不要去想，真是就是取决于你的心态吧。
这个病就是说，我们不用害怕啊，其实可以治好的，自己又有信心就能治好的，就相信现在的科学。
It is so important to be on top of things, have a support system, and you can get through this.
看起来好像我们经济上给他400块，这个月房租给了没了，可是。我们是会学到很多无相无量的东西。我觉得在洪玉凤身上，就是让我感受到这句话是很深刻的。
妈妈她真的是一个很坚强的人，就算她生病了嘛，她心里还是总是就是想着我。我觉得她真的是一个很伟大的母亲。
The presence of spiritual support can mean so much in the journey of someone who's chronically ill. It can mean that they can find peace and respite in the teachings of, say, the Buddha, and find fulfillment in putting them to practice. In the end, exercising one's spiritual resiliency during times of hardship is a muscle one may find useful long after the body has healed from its physical pain. We wish Tina and others facing serious illnesses inner peace and a speedy recovery. In tomorrow's episode, we're headed to Virginia and Maryland, where we'll meet other families going through their own hurdles, whether it's as caretakers or as those trying to pull through poverty. Thanks for joining me for this episode of Good Deeds Blossom, Tzu ChiUSA's 30th anniversary special edition. I'm Dilbar Shatterson. Till tomorrow.